Welcome back to Trading with CJ. We have lots of updates coming at you very, very soon this week and over next week as well. Okay, we've got lots of our favorite penny stocks have been bringing out some big news, and we're going to be introducing some brand new penny stocks as well as, of course, some growth, recovery and value buys as well over the next few weeks. If you appreciate all that, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to my channel as well. That really is appreciated. Massive thank you for helping me get to the 10k. Let's go on to the next goal now. And yeah, thank you guys for all the support. We also have a Patreon and we get exclusive videos, exclusive content and access to my buys and sells over there as well. Link to that is in the description. But let's get into what you're here for, okay? Torchlight Energy. This company is merging with metamaterials. We've covered it a few different times. I said I'd be giving you all the updates, and that's what we're doing in this video. We had another bit of an update out very recently, okay, so we're going to go into all of this. Torchlight Energy is the oil and gas company. This one is merging to metamaterials, going to become ticker symbol MMAT. If you are a current Torchlight shareholder, you will be holding MMAT shares, and that's the aim anyway, okay, when these merge, which is what we're waiting for. Let's get into all of this. So first off, we had this was April the 15th, okay, so not too long ago, about a week or so ago, Torchlight provides update on proposed business combination timing. Now that's what we're waiting for. When is this meant to happen? We thought it would be happening by the end of March. We're of course now in April and we haven't heard much, but here we go, okay. They announced that it's continuing to work towards the completion of the regulatory requirements necessary to consummate the previously announced business combination. This is with metamaterials, and it's filed its 2020 annual report on the Form 10K, and which are required to be incorporated by reference into definitive proxy statements for the special meeting of Torchlight stockholders. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the special meeting date. And you can see Torchlight and Meta have extended the date by which Torchlight must give notice of and call its special meeting of stockholders to April the 30th. We have an extension now to April the 30th. Once again, that's not too far away, okay. Torchlight believes will provide enough time to clear the definitive proxy statement with the SEC, set a record date for the special meeting and mail the definitive proxy statement to Torchlight stockholders of record as the record date. Now this date is going to determine who will receive a dividend of the previously announced Series A stock, who's going to be entitled to, what the holders are going to be entitled to, among other things. Receiving dividends connection with the sale of the oil and gas assets. So remember, Torchlight have a lot of oil and gas assets, and when they sell that, its shareholders are going to receive a dividend payout. We don't know exactly what that was. Mentioned in a few different videos, we're predicting it to be around about the $3 mark per share that you own. And Torchlight currently are trading very cheap, okay. They've been down and down and down. They're currently at 155 at the time of recording. If we look at where they was at one point, February the 16th, they was at 429. So from those highs of 429, we're down about 63%. Massive drop off. We're trading quite cheap now, 155. Think about that, 155 per share at the moment. You could potentially be getting dividends worth $3 per share. It makes amazing sense. We don't know for sure. It is an estimate, okay? Nevertheless, following on from this announcement from Torchlight, it did actually take to Twitter to say, for those wondering, nothing is awry, because people are starting to panic. Why is this being extended? Constantly extended. First of all, they say it's because of the pandemic, and now we get extended. The delays are a direct result of the proxy laws with the SEC pertaining to financials becoming stale. Okay, and that's what the delay has been caused from here, because the Torch's financials have become stale. So they're sorting all of that out. They've received their comments from the SEC along with the updated 10K. And it says here at the end, Torch and Meta are fully cooperating and coordinating to bring the process to a close. We are expecting this very soon, that's for sure. Now, literally just yesterday, we got this bit of news come out. Metamaterial releases fourth quarter and full year 2020 results. So Metamaterial are the company we're going to be holding. If you're a long-term holder in this and you're not just waiting to get the merger and get out, then this will be of some interest to you, okay? The financial statements, it was a net loss as we expected, okay, of 19 million there, $806,000, which is 27 cents per share on 74,271 shares. The weighted average shares compared to 2019 net loss of 11 million. So substantially more probably as to be expected in the current climate, okay? But the 2020 revenue was 1.5 million compared to 2019 of 1.195. So the revenue has gone up though. And if we actually go into this document, I'm not going to read out all of the financials because this is an update here between the Torchlight and Meta particular merger. It does go on to mention a little bit about this. It actually says here, December 2020, we announced a definitive agreement for a business combination with a US NASDAQ listed company, Torchlight. Torchlight are currently on the NASDAQ. metamaterials are merging, therefore will become a NASDAQ listed company as well, which is basically what they're using Torchlight for here, okay, as like a stepping stone to getting on the NASDAQ. And they can say subsequently unanimously approved by Meta security holders. We spoke about this in previous videos. This was already approved by Meta. We're literally waiting for the Torchlight side of things, okay? The combined company will change its name to Metamaterial and focus the current business of Meta. And then it goes on to talk about the balance sheet, etc. This is a really exciting company. We spoke about metamaterials before. What they are doing is definitely far more exciting, in my opinion, than what Torchlight was doing. So this is definitely a bonus if you are a shareholder in this company. Remember, if you are a current metamaterial shareholder, ticker symbol MMATF, you'll be getting free shares of MMAT. If you are a Torchlight holder, you'll be getting 1 share of MMAT. Now, that doesn't mean you're getting a worse deal right here, okay, because the share prices are currently different. But also remember, Torchlight shareholders will be receiving that special dividend from the oil and gas assets. So please bear that in mind. I will actually briefly touch on what that could be in just a moment, but I want to touch on a couple of questions here put to George Palikaris. I think that's how you say his name. He's a CEO here of Metamaterials. Somebody said, I read the news released by Torch, as we've already just briefly touched on. It sounds as though the requirement of the notice of special meeting has been changed to the 30th of April, okay? But the requirement to hold the meeting by the 10th of May remains the same. Is this correct? He said correct. So 30th of April is when we're going to have this special meeting, or that's when it's planning on going ahead, but they have until the 10th of May. So there's still a bit of a time frame there in case it does end up getting delayed for whatever reason. And somebody else has also just asked, is this report the last step in bringing everything current for both you and Torchlight? Correct, he said, okay. So we are very, very close now to getting this complete. I know it's been dragged on a little bit longer than we anticipated, but it doesn't matter, okay? The share price has actually been falling. So if you wasn't in Torch and you wanted to get that special dividend, or you wanted to be involved in this merger, still time to get in. Nothing has been confirmed, okay? When we get this meeting, that's when we'll start to see the confirmations coming in. And once again, this is confirmed on a Torch and Meta Twitter page. I don't believe this is the official one, but nevertheless, it does give us some updates, okay? Torchlight will announce the meeting/vote on or prior to April the 30th. The meeting is required to be on May the 10th or prior. So we are looking forward to that. We're getting closer and closer. We're really not far away. What I want to touch on is this, okay, which was an estimated dividends, because I know a lot of the Torchlight shareholders here are waiting for that dividend payout. You know, what we're going to expect from this merger. Are we going to see a crazy run up in the share price? Are we going to see a sell off? We've been seeing the sell off as of late, but that's just been following the rest of the market. But there is this estimated dividends. I'm not going to read all this out, but it does break down some numbers here. Torchlight owns 72% of a 134 acre land, which is, as we know, is massive, 3.7 billion barrels of oil. 25% of the profits will go to shareholders, and if they sell 3.7 billion barrels for $1 a barrel, okay, it does the maths here, and there's around 140 million outstanding shares in this company right now. The company gives out $660 million, 140 million shares. You will get $4.75 per share. This is an estimate, okay? I will say it won't be that much because of factors such as taxes and fees. So they're averaging here that the estimate that you're going to receive in your dividend payout is $3.50 to $4.50. Now, I've spoken about in many videos my thoughts. I think it'll be close to that $3 mark, but imagine, okay, this is the low end of their estimate here. Is $3.50 to $4.50. And remember, the share price is almost over half of that amount right now, 155 at its time of recording. We did run up to 429 on 16th of February. That was kind of the pinnacle point for many penny stocks, and then we started to see a general market sell-off. And if we go back to the last month, from 1 month ago today, we are currently down 32%. That is an insane drop off. However, as we know, penny stocks are crazy volatile. If we just go back to, say, about mid-December time, when we was trading around 50 cents per share, we are still up 216%. So you could argue, yes, if you bought in February time, you have been hurt quite badly at this moment in time. But remember, from December, which really wasn't that long away in the grand scheme of things, they're still up over 200%. Do I think this is a buy at its current prices? I do own shares myself in Torchlight, as mentioned before. I've not added to this company for a very long time. Okay, it's a bit of a speculative one for me. Do I plan to be in it for a long time? Probably not. I do believe I am still up at the moment, but yeah, I don't think I'll be adding into this company. Yeah, it's very speculative what can happen. We've seen with SPAC stocks, you know, we get closer and closer to the SPAC, they run up, the SPAC, the merger happens, etc. The acquisition goes through, and then it comes crashing down. So, you know, I know we're expecting good things from Meta. In the short term, we may see a bit of a run, gets to the merger, it may sell off. But if you're a long-term holder in metamaterials, there's lots of good and promising things with this company. I do also want to point out, very lastly, to wrap this up, there was a tweet put out here and a lot of speculation as of late about metamaterials and SpaceX, Elon Musk company, which, as we know, is definitely going to be a innovator, game-changer company for sure. And it was kind of thanks to this article, amongst other things as well, but Tesla and SpaceX are partnering up to create the new materials to use on Earth and in space. And there's a few more articles on that. I can touch that in another video if you would like. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's a whole different story. That's the meta side of things, but that's what you would be eventually holding anyway. Okay, there's lots of good positives for potentially holding on to meta materials, maybe for the long term as well. But yeah, hope you appreciate these updates. We'll of course keep you updated as we get closer and closer to this date, April the 30th, the next date we're looking out for, not far away, May the 10th there. Kind of a deadline date, to be honest. And then hopefully we're going to find out exactly how much we should be receiving in dividend payouts, the exact finalization of getting this company listed on the Nasdaq, and when our shares will be converting over. If you appreciate all these updates, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to my channel as well. Thanks for watching, and until next time.